Navy SEAL dad misses Christmas for 5 years, daughter's reaction at school play breaks the internet. For 5 consecutive Christmases, the seat beside Emily Carter at the family dinner table remained empty. No matter how carefully her mother set the plates or how brightly the Christmas lights glowed around their small Virginia home, the absence was always louder than the holiday cheer. Emily's father, Chief Petty Officer Ryan Carter, was a Navy SEAL. And for most of Emily's childhood, duty came before December 25th. While other kids woke up to the sound of wrapping paper and laughter, Emily woke up to FaceTime calls scheduled across time zones, grainy videos recorded from distant deserts, and a promise her father repeated every year, "I'll make it up to you, Em." She always nodded. She always said she understood. But understanding didn't make it easier. 5 years of missed holidays. Ryan Carter never missed Christmas because he wanted to. His deployments were classified, unpredictable, and often extended at the last minute. Some years, he was gone for 6 months. Other years, nearly the entire year passed without him home. Emily was 6 the first time he missed Christmas. She was 10 the 5th. By then, she had stopped asking whether her dad would be home for the holidays. Instead, she asked her mom whether the internet connection would be good enough for a video call. "She never complained," said her mother, Laura Carter. "That worried me more than if she had." Ryan carried the weight of those missed moments everywhere he went. In rare moments of downtime, he scrolled through photos Laura sent him: Emily missing teeth, Emily learning to ride a bike, Emily growing taller between deployments. Every Christmas photo hurt the same way. "I was protecting other families," Ryan later said, "but I felt like I was failing my own." The school play. By early December of Emily's 5th grade year, Ryan was still overseas. Laura had already prepared herself to explain, again, that Daddy wouldn't make it home for Christmas. Then Emily brought home a flyer. Winter play, December 18th. Parents welcome. Emily didn't say much when she handed it to her mom. She just shrugged. "Dad probably won't see it," she said quietly. Laura emailed Ryan anyway, more out of habit than hope. He never replied, which, in Ryan's line of work, usually meant something big was happening. The secret return. What Laura didn't know, and what Emily certainly didn't know, was that Ryan had already begun the journey home. A last-minute mission rescheduling had opened a narrow window. Not enough time for a long homecoming, not enough to promise Christmas morning. But enough for one night. Enough for the school play. Ryan landed back in the US less than 36 hours before the performance. He didn't call. He didn't text. He coordinated with the school principal instead, slipping into the auditorium during rehearsal day wearing civilian clothes and a baseball cap pulled low. The plan was simple: surprise Emily after the show. But plans don't always survive emotion. The moment that changed everything. On December 18th, the school auditorium buzzed with parents holding phones, camcorders, and programs folded into fourths. Laura sat in the 3rd row, smiling proudly as Emily took her place on stage among her classmates. Emily scanned the crowd once, then looked away. She didn't expect to see him. Midway through the play, the children lined up to sing the final song, a soft, emotional rendition of "I'll Be Home for Christmas." That was when Ryan stood up. He walked slowly down the aisle, heart pounding harder than it ever had on a mission. Phones began to rise, not because people recognized him, but because something about the moment felt important. Emily was singing when she saw him. At first, confusion crossed her face, then disbelief. Then her voice broke. She stopped singing altogether. Her hands flew to her mouth as her eyes filled with tears, and before her teacher could react, Emily ran off the stage and into the aisle. Straight into her father's arms. The auditorium erupted. Parents cried openly. Teachers wiped their eyes. Someone caught the entire moment on video as Ryan dropped to his knees, holding his sobbing daughter while whispering, "I'm here. I'm really here." Emily didn't let go. The internet responds. The video was posted later that evening by another parent, titled simply, "She didn't know her dad was home." By morning, it had over 5 million views. By the end of the week, it had been shared across Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and news sites around the world. Comments poured in from military families, veterans, and strangers alike. "This is what sacrifice looks like. Every military kid deserves this moment. I'm crying at my desk." What struck people most wasn't Ryan's uniform or his title. It was Emily's reaction. Pure, unfiltered, overwhelming love colliding with years of quiet patience. More than a viral video. Ryan stayed home for 10 days. 10 days of bedtime stories, pancake breakfasts, and walking Emily to school. 10 days of catching up on 5 years of missed moments. Christmas morning came with no deployment orders. Just wrapping paper. Just laughter. Just presents. Emily later wrote about the experience for a school assignment. Her final line read, "My dad protects the country, but that day, he saved my heart." Ryan keeps a screenshot from the video on his phone. Not the hug, the moment right before it. The instant Emily recognizes him. "That look," he says, "that's why I do what I do." A reminder to the world. The video didn't just break the internet. It reminded millions of people what military families quietly endure every year: birthdays missed, holidays postponed, love stretched across oceans and time zones. Behind every uniform is a family counting days. Behind every mission is a child hoping. And sometimes, when the timing is just right, love shows up unannounced in the middle of a school play and reminds the world what coming home really means.